That's a choppy opening candle. So what we're doing different with the 4 tick, hasn't been a lot of trades looking at this, but the ones that overlap with the signals. So we're just going to be taking those. Those seem to be really strong. You only get like one a week. So far, they are undefeated. At some point, that will change. Uh, so this drawdown, getting down there, so I'm just going to be more selective on it, but I'm doubling up the contracts, and it's still tied with this one. Looking at today is nothing of concern, close to our session. All right, so let's hope this still holds. Hangs down here. We can activate both of them. It's retracting a lot. Damn.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Just cleared out that one. Just hanging right there.
Hadouken!
Everything closed out. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, so far that 4 tick is 10-0 over the past 8.5 weeks when they overlap the signals. really thought, man, that signal, I really thought that was gonna go away. Hold way back up in here. I just can't remember the last time I saw one pull back so much and it held and you're going for the two points. And it's pretty much right here. I believe this is what Justin would classify as the indecision. Sideways, keep going back up, testing the profit wave. So it's kind of the next, any of the next candles that don't have a wick on top, if it continues downward, would be another entry. Hey Daniel, so yeah, the four tick, I mean, it's the thing that have to line up with that, I believe, for the A plus setups is okay. So um the or actually no, so I actually messed up on that. That technically wasn't, we didn't get another background color change. Oh well. Um that was kind of like more of a re-entry. I mean, this one right here, probably it and stuff. So that was more of a re-entry, which I won't be taking usually. Um so yeah, like let's say if this one did, change green for a little bit, come back down, and then everything's red, almost everything. You got the red candle, the profit wave, the reds, the darker one. I changed these colors and stuff, but it's on the bottom. There's no wick on the top of that. And then the money flow is, they're stepping down in that direction, or at least even, I would say. So that's what it seems like the A plus setups are on that. And then so for the green, we're getting nothing for a bit. So like right, so like potentially this one right here, kind of a close call on that. But I'd say that one, the money flow is not necessarily green yet, but it's headed in that direction. So you got the green candle, green background, recently changed, no wick on the bottom. This one was a mess up on mine that worked out, fortunately for me. Oh. Yeah, I thought that was gonna go away too. I don't know why mine still held. I mean, let's see. I think I'm running. Which one am I? So I'm still on like 5.1. I have 5.2 and stuff, but it's saved. I just don't have it loaded up. I mean, it seems like that signal should have disappeared, honestly. That I was gonna get stuck in a trade that, you know, like it was just gonna disappear on me and it would be too late for me to cancel the trade. Let's see, okay. But okay, so see, arm this, arm that, so then it's waiting, waiting, but if I hit close all, I don't have to actually go back down here and toggle that, so that's another way I could do it. Oh, 200 EMA? Yeah. Okay, maybe the price probably pulled up above that 200 EMA, that's why. With the 200 EMA, it's like the signals that you would get, they're going to be like they wouldn't be like early signals, early entries in a trend. They'd be like in middle towards the late end of the trend. Which I think the signals with the chop filter on, it does a pretty good job anyways. But it would be kind of cool if you put the that EMA on, and let's just say if you had it on, the signal would potentially populate just in a different like later bar once all of the conditions were met. Um, because like this, you could have, oh, okay, the sell signal came, but what about, you know, this candle? So this isn't a strong down, everything's going down, the volume shows, hey, it's, looking, like looking really well, and that, kind of head in that direction. That'd be kind of cool. Like right here, would you already got your sell signal, so it didn't populate another one because other conditions didn't reset it. But it would be cool if you had like whatever EMA you had on, where if it didn't meet all the conditions for this one, that it could come in a later bar when they were all met. Yeah, I mean, hey, we paid $100 for this, so I'm not gonna complain. Honestly, like I've tried so many different things, spent money and just time, and frustration, trying to find something that, you could stick to. That, I mean, everything's gonna go through periods where it's not doing well, and but if you're going like several months and you're day trading, you're taking, even just like averaging one trade a day, how do you not make money after like 3 or 4 months? It just seems like, okay, well, that system doesn't work. I mean, I could see if you're just taking, 2 trades a week and it just, you're not profitable, over like a 3-month period. And then there's one, I mean, it looks eerily similar to this. He had it for Ninja Trader and then he moved it to its own thing. I think Project X built something for him, or was it that or Quant Tower or something? But it's called Spy Money. That was, because I would look at things that are on the kind of the tools section of the Apex website where it shows different products that you could, you know, see if they're useful for your trading. And that's one of the ones listed on there. And then, I mean, it was like over $1,000 a month, to subscribe to it. And so if you look at the Spy Money videos, he has like all these bots in there and stuff like, so he has very similar, like the background color changes. There's no profit wave. He uses tick-based candles, but then you have something similar kind of to the money flow. It looks different. It kind of looks similar to like the maybe the background color changes, but they don't exactly line up. They're different. And so you're just waiting for it to correlate. But he talks about it's like institutional money coming in and out. So money flow. It's going to be something similar um, on it. And, so I'm just like, it just was a high price tag. And it wasn't even something that like, you got plenty of users giving good reviews and stuff or feedback, but then ones, you know, very much not and stuff, which is normal. But it wasn't anything that you can like, right out of the box, just use it, you know, here's kind of how you're going to take these trades. And, overall it does pretty well. It just seems like, again, something that's, more subjective into it, which is fine, if you got those particular market reading skills for whatever system that you're reading. Oh, hey, Richard. Oh, man, you're trading everything. Um, yeah, you get the micros on with all the indices. Yeah, Daniel. I mean, the 4 tick and stuff. I mean, it's the same thing what Justin's doing with the 20 tick. It's like, if the markets aren't moving as fast, on there you can still, and he's doing market orders. I do limit orders. I'm only willing to take so much slippage on it, especially if I'm copy trading. Um, I want something that, that can copy across multiple accounts effectively, not just, the one I'm trading on directly. Um, so it is nice and stuff, but the 4 tick, you're not going for a whole lot. Um, and then just, I mean, only 4 ticks, so you can easily get slipped a tick each way. Copy trading, uh, that's a challenge on it, at least with the going for the normal 8 ticks. You just rarely get slipped more than a tick on there. Um, I did like that ETP copier I was using, but it's like I would try to load up the new version. I just couldn't get it to work. And but that one, what I liked about that one is um, I was able to copy across my ATM, but the stop and the profit target were in the same position as my lead account. So no matter what fills my followers got, you know, they were all the same. So as soon as it hits the profit target on here, it's closing all of them out. And then, so I like that. Uh, versus this, if I keep it on the orders mode for this copier, um, it doesn't do that. And it puts them in the incorrect spot. Was it like a day or two ago? It already closed out the trades on the 4 tick on the followers. And it's like it took a 4 tick loss. It's like it put that at 4 ticks and probably put the profit target at 20 ticks. So, it's just, for some reason, this one's by Affordable Indicators. It works extremely well on executions mode. Orders are pretty quick. I don't think with executions mode, I've ever had a floating order and stuff to where, I mean, it just closes out the trade. It just instantly does a market order, a buy or sell based upon whatever your lead account's doing. We don't have to worry about a limit getting filled. And then I even think the ETP is that it would close out no matter what, I believe. Like if your lead account closed out, it would close all the followers. At least that's what it seemed like. I don't think I had any floaters in that one either and stuff. So yeah, it just seemed like slippage. Happened a lot less in that one. So we'll see with this, four tick. We'll see how viable it ends up being. What today, so in a sense, these all end up being two contracts because they're doing the same size as my lead account. And so like this one got zero slippage and you just got one tick slippage. So actually not bad today. And this is 187 because the trade on both charts. But for those of you, trading the other markets with this, let's see. I'll go in the NASDAQ. So yeah, the NASDAQ, let's see, okay, I didn't look up yesterday's. But from last week, okay, actually I did not carry over the total, but let's see, so that is, it got two winners last week. That's 45 weeks, so 45 weeks, it's over like $13,000 for trading the NASDAQ from, you'd start 30 minutes after this session ends. So 9:30 Chicago time and just trade for 30 minutes. That has it has almost 120 trades total over the past, 45 weeks. And it seems about similar. I think I carried it. Where did I carry it over at? Yeah, I haven't done the month's not over, so I don't have it carried over here yet and stuff. But yeah, it's that time slot seems very good for the NASDAQ. And then for RTY, it's after this session ends, and then for the next hour, so 9 to 10. The first 30 minutes just seems shaky with both NQ and RTY. They move pretty fast and can whip you around during that time. YM is inconclusive so far. Let's see, but so Justin's 20 tick, so actually the same time frame as this. So market opener for 30 minutes. Let's see. So for the past 7 weeks, not including this week, it was 35 wins or 37 wins, 5 losses, plus 1,200. And then you've gotten 3 wins so far this week, so 1,500. He continues, I believe in his live trading group, he just continues to trade for a while. So I was just mimicking the same 30-minute session as this. So yeah, it looks like this one would be in like another re-entry for a 4 tick. One were to want to do that. On my stats, I'm not doing re-entries. So I'm actually not gonna log that one. It worked out for me, but I will not count it. That means it's 9-0, not 10-0. All right, we're done. Got our one win on here that we count. Good luck, guys. I'll be recording the next 2 days, but Friday with Powell speaking, I would only be trading 4 tick. That's it. 4 tick when a signal overlaps. Not not the normal signal 8 tick.